मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गो हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So today's attendance is, it seems it's poor. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So again, a brief recap. By taking brief recap, we also get habituated with the proper sequence of the verses, and always it is good to again and again revise it. So प्रहसन्निव भारत विषिदंतम idam vachah. The Krishna, while smiling, he is speaking with the lamenting Arjuna. That achochan anvashocha sampragyamadam shibhasha segata sunagata sumsha nanushochwanti pandita, which is not worthy of lamentation, but we are lamenting for that, O Arjuna. A wise person don't lament for the living or the dead. Then he is telling about eternity and individual principle. Natvevaham jatu nasam, natvam neme janadippa, nachaiva na bhavishyama, sarve vayam ataparam. Previously, myself, yourself, and all these kings, Janadipa, were existing and will also exist in the future as individual and eternal. And the body, but keeps on changing. And we don't lament for that, even this lifetime. Then, dehinasmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara, tatha dehantar praptis dheras tatra na muhyati. That soul, dehi, is in this deha, is transmigrating from childhood to youthhood to the old age. At the same time, similarly, at the time of death, dehantara prapti, new deha, it accepts. And sober person do not lament for that. Then such kind of changes brings happiness and joy, and one should tolerate because they are not permanent. मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदा आगम अपायनो नौनित्यस ताम तितिक्षस्व भारत. And if you tolerate this, then you will achieve amrutatvaya kalpate, liberation. Yam hina vyathayante te purusham purusharbha samadukha sukham dhiram so amrutatvaya kalpate. After this, then Krishna starts speaking about the difference between the material body and and the soul. Na sato vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sata ubhayar api drushtostas tanvayo tattva darshibhi. And then he takes the soul first. Na bhavo vidyate satah, and explaining in the next verse. Sata, that means which is sata, eternal. Sata, that soul. He's telling how it's eternal. Avinashu tu tadvidhi yena sarvam idam tatam vinasham avyasasya nakaschit kartum arhasi. Avinashi, that soul, you understand that soul is avinashi, indestructible. That means na bhavo vidyate satah, what is being explained previously. Avinashi. And yena sarvam idam tatam is all pervading, or all pervading all over the body and all over the universe also. And there is no possibility of destroying that soul. Vinasham avyasasya. Nakaschit kartum. Nobody can do that. Not possible. So that soul is antamanta. But okay, this is about soul. About our body. Body is antamanta ime deha. This deha, body, will perish, destructible. But nitya ukta sharireneha and anashana prameyasya tasmat yuddhasya bharat. But this atma is nitya, anashino, nash nahi hota uska, and aprameya is immeasurable. You cannot measure. Get up and fight, oh Arjuna. And then we'll continue from this verse onward. 19 verse today. Yaenam vyatihantaram yaschenam manyate hatam ubhauto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. So the soul basically does not kill or not get killed. It doesn't kill. Soul doesn't kill anybody. And or it not getting killed. Nobody, soul cannot kill anybody, and nobody can kill the soul. This is what being told here. Soul cannot kill. And nobody can kill the soul. Ya enam vetti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam. Ubhauto na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Translation:
neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it's slain is in knowledge. For the self slays not is slain.
So ya enam vetti hantaram. Vetti is a kriyapat. So yah, that means this soul. Enam hantaram vetti. Ya enam hantaram vetti. The one who thinks that the soul is the killer. One who thinks that the soul is hantaram, yah cha enam hatam manyate. Yaschainam manyate hatam yani yah cha enam hatam manyate. That means one who thinks that it is to be killed. Ubhauto na vijanito. Both of them, they have not understood actually the nature of the soul. They have not understood. Vijanitah. Ayam na hanti na hanyate. Ayam, that means indicating soul. The soul na hanti, neither he kills. Hanti means one who kill. Hanti. Na hanyate, nor it get killed. Neither soul kills, nor it get killed by anybody else. So if somebody thinks that it is Hantaram and it is Hatam, Hantaram or Hatam, यानी soul can kill or it get killed, उभवतो न विजानीतो, दोनों को मालूम नहीं है सोल के बारे में, उनको गलत फहमी हो गई सोल के बारे. विजानीत नहीं, जानीत मीन्स टू नो, विजानीत डोंट नो, दे डोंट नो. न विजानीत, न विजानीत, विजानीत मीन्स विशेष रूपे ने जानीत, न विजानीत मीन्स बिल्कुल मालूम नहीं उनको, दे डोंट नो. हरे कृष्ण. हाँ, okay. So this is the verse. Let us go to purports. Baldev is telling.
In this verse,
Connection lost. Okay. Got disconnected again. Internet problem. Okay, I'll continue. Huh? I have to keep this mute. Just wait. That is, otherwise it will get wrong recording. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. You switch off this sound. Sound is coming here. Okay. Hare Krishna. And what happened? Every time we need to do like this. Huh? Hare Krishna. So in this verse, Krishna confirmed the indestructible nature of soul. Nobody can kill. Okay.
That person who thinks that the jiva with such an indestructible nature is a killer using a sword or other instrument, and thinks that such a jiva is harmed by the sword, does not know.
Is echo is coming? Does echo is coming? Hare Krishna. Fine. Continue. That Atma, a very finite particle of consciousness,
which cannot be cut or transformed in any way, is not a killer, nor is it killed. It is neither the performer of the act of killing nor the subject of killing. One should understand that there is no destruction of the Atma simply by separation of the Atma from the body.
When soul leaves the body, that does not mean the Atma is dead. There is no destruction of the Atma when it leaves the body. Body was always dead. Body is always dead. Even when the soul is present in the body, body is dead. But it appears to be living. It appears to be living because of the soul. The hand appears that as if it is moving and living. Okay. But that is only happens because of soul. So this is what, and when the soul leaves the body, there is no any loss in soul. There is no any loss for the soul. It is not some part of the soul is lost, because body was not part of the soul. Body is a burden on soul. Body is an obligation or the gift awarded as per the karma of the soul. And that body goes as per the karma, then you accept new body. So when the soul leaves the body, particular body, there is no any destruction for soul. Okay. Shruti also makes such statements.
The Shruti also makes such statements. Hanta chen manyate hantum, hatas chen manyate hatam, ubautauna vijanito nayam hantina hanyate.
See, as it is, this shloka is there. This is Katha Upanishad shloka. Almost same. Nayam hantina hanyate. So almost it is same. That means Upanishadic verses and Gita verses, their style of rhythm and their composition and their philosophy, what meaning they carry, is almost same. Almost. That's why Gita is called Gita Upanishad. And like this, there are many shlokas in Upanishads, which are the Gita shloka. Or the many shloka of the Upanishad are in Gita. Okay.
If the killer thinks that he kills, or the killed person thinks that he has been killed, both do not know the nature of the soul. He does not kill or get killed. In statements such as Ma himsat sarva bhutani, do not harm any living entity, the violence is explained as violence concerning the separation of Atma from the body. The statement does not prove that the Atma is the killer, since the Atma, which is not killed, exists even when separated from his body.
Atma is never killed. Body is killed. Okay. Yeah. You want to explain the statement? In the statements such as Ma himsat sarva bhutani, do not harm any living entity. The violence is explained as violence concerning separation of Atma from the body.
Prabhuji, means separation of Atma from the body, it is actually the body is begotten by the karmic reactions, and it is valid by the nature, and it has to transmigrate according to its karma. And one must not interrupt unnecessarily, and he has no authority to interrupt. This is what it is.
That means you don't have any right to prematurely say Atma, get out. Prematurely, at time, naturally, as per his karma, he's going to leave that body. You don't have a right to separate body and Atma prematurely. If you interfere in that, then you are a culprit and you are punishable by according to scriptures. There are atonements, there are punishments. If somebody gets involved in killing, especially human, that does not mean one has given a license to kill other animals or other living entity. Even for that also scriptures, there are atonements. Scripture gives, Shastra gives atonements. But there is no atonement for one who is a Kshatriya and who fights for dharma, not for salary. Of course, this statement need a lot of discussion and explanation, but I'm just throwing it. Not for salary. One don't fight for salary. Only one fights for the dharma. As a remuneration, they are maintained by the king. But Okay, I'll not go into the subject matter of army. Today's army, they also fight. But what about Kshatriya? They're fighting here. Arjuna is fighting for what purpose? Dharma. This is not a political agenda or religious agenda. Not so-called dharma of Hindu-Muslim fight is not separation of the Hindu boundary and Muslim boundary. This is a yuddha for the sake of establishing dharma. That's why this is dharma yuddha. Only in the dharma yuddha they will achieve swarga, not ordinary yuddha, not ordinary battle. Even in ordinary battle also, person don't have a right. Apart from the battle to kill anybody. If he does so, then he will be punished. Maybe on the battlefield, he has to do his duty. I'm calling word duty. And in the duty is also translated, the dharma is also translated as duty, occupational duty. But that duty and this duty, nowadays duty, there is a gulf of difference, because every battle is not a dharma yuddha. Yeah. Kauravas, they are fighting for dharma. Pandavas.
But Kauravas, they are fighting for dharma. Where they do go, Prabhuji. Rightly you said that those who are fighting for dharma, they are going to go for heaven. But those who are fighting for adharma, Prabhuji. But although Krishna was in the opposite side, he was watching all of them who are getting killed.
So, yeah. So because that battle was fought on the principle of dharma, and they would follow all the principle of battle. Being a Kshatriya, nature of Kshatriya they had. Whether they wanted to rob others' property or they wanted to save the property. But both of them, they were following dharma while fighting the battle. The battle was fought along with the while following the principle of the dharma, with few exceptions. With few exceptions here and there. Tit for tat then happen. But so one who dies on the battlefield, he will easily achieve the heaven while fighting with opponent in those days. Surely. Guarantee that they will achieve heaven. So as per this principle, even the Kauravas, those who fought as per the scriptural law, they should achieve the heaven if they are fought on the battlefield even against the Pandavas and they lost their life. They will achieve higher destination. They will not go to Naraka. And that's what we saw. But this battle was very unique. All those who died on the battlefield on especially opposite side and this side, whatever maybe, they achieved the Krishna. They got liberation because they were seeing Krishna's smiling face while leaving their body. This battle was very unique, Kurukshetra Yuddha. Even the enemy side, they got benefited fully. When they left their body, Partha Suputa Padama Purasya, that shloka comes. So Parth ke these arrows, when they piercing their heart, and they were leaving their bodies, while looking at the smiling face of Krishna, they achieved the Krishna loka. That means they achieved the higher loka or Vaikuntha loka, spiritual world. All of them achieved. This is what Uddhava is telling to Vidura, the glory of Krishna. First time. Arthas Uddha Padmapuras. Krishna Mukha Aravindam. While looking at the Mukha Aravinda of Krishna, they were leaving their bodies. That's why they achieved Padmapuras. They achieved that Padam, Pada, Vaikunthalvat Pada, lotus feet of Lord. Okay. Still some doubt? Okay. Yes.
In general discussion, outside world, this battle of Kurukshetra, just it is family fight. What is there in establishing like that? A lot of commentaries are going on. How should we analyze? It is not a family fight.
Of course, it is a family fight. Dispute. Family, but not ordinary family of Gowda. For the sake of 1 acre land, 2 acre land. Krishna wanted to make it sure that the kingship should go in the hand of a qualified person who will rule religious, not irreligious way. If Duryodhana would have been that person, Krishna would not mind Duryodhana to continue being a king. But as per the verdict and as per the rule, actually it was Yudhishthira was supposed to be the king. Being his father Pandu was the previous king, the elder son in the whole family of the Kuru was Yudhishthira. So Yudhishthira should have ruled as per the rule, conduct and qualification. All the point of view. Krishna just wanted to establish Yudhishthira. He wanted to keep the Yudhishthira on the throne. And that's why he did that battle. So it's not just an ordinary family affair, a small thing, because this was affecting the whole universe, whole world. He was a king of whole world. So that's why.
Prabhuji, in the same connection, while he was answering, told that Pandavas were the real rulers. In this connection, if Kauravas would also have, like, they were pious and they were also having Kshatriya spirit, whether dividing the land, dividing the region would have been done in
would that have been appropriate? So Hastinapur king, who should become the king of Hastinapur? That is a different matter. What we are discussing, something never happened. We are just simply speculating. What would have been better? You are asking me a proposition that if this is not the case, if this would have been the case, that Kauravas, the sons of the Dhritarashtra, they are also not blind like him, or they are pious. So what would have been the situation? Yudhishthira Maharaj would have very happily accepted them and awarded them different religion, but under his regime. Hastinapur king will always remain the king of the world. And all other, even the Yadus were ruling under Hastinapur. What Yadus? Yadus were the most powerful than even the Kurus in their power, their strength, and Lord Krishna's dynasty, Yadu. Still, they were subordinate of the Hastinapur. So, Yudhishthira Maharaj would have surely given a right opportunity for Duryodhana. Just like the way he gave opportunity to all the Pandavas when he was ruling. Yeah. Why Arjuna is telling that even if I get the kingdom, which is Nishkantaka, Asapatnam, Riddham, and Sampanna, as if he's going to be a king. Arjuna, anyhow, you are not going to be king. Yudhishthira will be king. Why you are so worried? Even if you are, you will be victorious. You will not be the king. Yudhishthira will be the king. Why you are telling Nacharajyam Sukhani cha? Whose Rajya? It's not your Rajya. It's not something like that. If Yudhishthira is a king, means all Pandavas are kings. It's something like that. They are the king. Arjuna is also king. It's like that. So that's why Yudhishthira told, when it comes to outside enemy, we are not 5, but we are 105. That was Yudhishthira's consciousness. Krishna would have surely accommodated Yudhishthira, probably. But ifs and buts, many are there. Then Krishna would have not come only in the picture if there is no difficulty. He would have stayed in a Yadu. He came here to destroy them. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay. Mike it.
You told, first of all, the Kauravas, their deeds were not good. Point number 1. They were not, what you can say, did not have the right to, get the higher planetary systems because of their deeds. Point number 1. Secondly, how was it practical?
Let me get higher planetary system in Kauravas will surely get if they fight with Kshatriya spirit and died. And they did. They fought. Even Duryodhana also fought. And that's why he achieved a heavenly planet.
Yeah.
In the Mahabharata it comes to. He also went to heaven.
Yeah. And secondly, how was it practically be possible to, because they were seeing Krishna while they were leaving their body, and crores of people fighting there. Unlike Ras Leela, where Krishna appeared with everyone and he danced with them. But here, how was the case? Like it was possible practically?
Practically. No, this is causeless mercy of Krishna.
Right, Prabhu. Thank you.
What we can say. Krishna is so merciful, he want to take everybody. All the jivas. He wanted to give them opportunity. He came for that purpose. That may be the case with Bhishma, may not be with others. Because others were not willingly fighting from the adharma to establish that how, if one takes the side of a adharma, he will be destroyed. They didn't want to establish that principle, which Bhishma wanted to establish. Bhishma was an exception. I hope. But they were fighting because they were greedy. But Krishna, being causelessly, he still delivered them. It's a causeless mercy of Lord. Thus, they didn't have any qualification to go to Vaikuntha. Yeah. But Krishna made their qualification.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी अभी किसी को नुकसान पहुंचाना भी एक ये है ना, अभी हम चलते समय और कुछ चींटियां मतलब एंटो आ जाते, उसका भी रिएक्शन रहता है क्या?
हाँ, उसका भी रिएक्शन रहता है. Even if you eat pure vegetarian food, still you get reaction for killing plants, because they are also conscious entity. The reaction is always there. But for the householder, they have to do all those activities. They have to go to the field, or the ladies, they have to mix the masala. It is mentioned in the one of the purport that how being a householder, they have to perform many activities, and due course of performing all those household chores, many entities are killed. Then for that, then they have to perform pancha yajna, five types of yajna to satisfy the five living entities, the demigods, the forefathers, ancestors, basically, all other living entities, the rishis, and so on. 5 yajnas they do, 5 hutam, pancha hutam, they call it. So, but Prabhupada says, in the age of the Kali, but chanting of Hare Krishna, the Sankirtan, is the best form of yajna, sacrifice. Just by performing Sankirtan, we will get rid of all those sinful activities what we unknowingly perform. Still reaction is there. Knowingly or unknowingly, reaction is there. That's why Sankirtan need to be done. That's why daily we should participate in Aarti. At least either morning or evening. Japa is also Sankirtan. Apart from that, Sankirtan means coming together and doing Kirtan. That is also Sankirtan form. Especially both also need to be done. That's why Srila Prabhupada constituted these things in our daily routine. Morning Mangala Arati, Narsingha Arati, Tulsi Arati, Guru Puja. Aartis are there and Kirtan is there. Evening Sandhya Arati. And it is said each and every Grahastha at least should do 15-minute morning Kirtan and evening 15-minute Kirtan at home. Otherwise, come to temple and participate in Aarti. 16 round is minimum. Okay. Otherwise, we accumulate so many karma. Otherwise, we enter when कीर्तन चल रहा है ना, हाँ आधा घंटा पहले कीर्तन चलेगा, 7 बजे जाते हैं, चलो. When kirtan will get over, that time lecture will start. But kirtan was the cream of the whole sangha. Okay, both are important. Cream is also important. Substance is also important. Okay, so yajna, Sankirtan yajna, in order to counteract all those unknowingly committed sins. Okay, move. Srila Prabhupada, it does not mean that killing is okay. Prabhupada said, chalo, anyhow, I am not the killer, nor you will be killed. So that does not mean, chalo, वैसे भी तो I am not the doer in killing. I will not be the culprit in the killing. Yeah, because ultimately my body is killing, no? Not me as a soul killing. So it does not mean that the killing is okay. Anyhow, it is body is doing, no? So no. So what? Continue.
What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. This, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is Ma himsat sarva bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone.
See, Ma himsa sarva bhutani. never commit violence to any living entity. This is what general principle. What about Kshatriya? This principle. Go ahead.
Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord.
Say, if you don't have authority, you cannot kill. That means what? Krishna has authority. Only judge can give the judgment, na? He should be hanged. Can you punish the judge? Because he has authority to say. Who is the supreme authority of all authority? Krishna. If Krishna is telling kill, and Arjuna is thinking, no, I will get sinful reaction. But he is the judge, supreme judge. He is telling, he knows the best. What is the best? He's giving judgment, no, kill them. They are supposed to be killed. Bas, finish. So Krishna is telling, the supreme judge, why I should say this will be the consequences, that will be the consequences if I kill. No, just kill it. If the person who is supposed to hang is telling, no, how cruel you are giving a judgment to kill him. I will not kill him. No, he has to just perform his duty. Neither he will get reaction, nor the judge will get the reaction. They are simply performing their duty. Because the culprit is supposed to be hanged as per the law of the state, or the culprit is supposed to be being an Atatayani should be killed as per the Manu Samhita. Then that king who is killing the culprit is not hanged, is not punishable. Similarly, the Kshatriya who fights for the sake of the dharma as per the religious principle and kill others, he will not be hanged. Okay? So that's why Arjuna should have just without any left and right thinking, just Krishna is telling, he is the supreme judge, he knows the best for all living entity. What should be done in this situation? He knows the best. I should just execute it. I should not have doubt. By doubting on the instruction of the Krishna, he is doubting on Krishna. So that's what. So this is the connection. So ma himsa sarvabhutani, never commit violence to anyone, nor does animal slaughter. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of state as well as law. Okay. Arjuna, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of dharma and not whimsically. That's what is continuing here. Yeah. So that is the purport. See, every time the only important part of the purport is taken here. The philosophical, which is connected to everything, is important in the purport. That does not mean other part is not important, but we can't cover practically everything. So this much is taken. But you are supposed to read whole purport before coming for the next class or before class only. You please read the purports and come. Always. It will be more easy for you to understand and be part of discussion. If you have read the purport, then it will be very easy for you to participate. I myself daily read purport and come well prepared. 20. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Translation.
For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He does not come into being. does he does not he has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन. न जायते means it is not born. Mriyate, that means does not die. Va kadachin, that means at any time. That means for the soul there is no birth, not death. ऐसे नहीं कि आत्मा ने जन्म लिया है, अभी आत्मा बढ़ गए हैं. पहले बहुत कम आत्मा थे, अभी आत्माओं की संख्या बढ़ गई है. वो जन्म हुआ है आत्मा का. आत्मा का कभी जन्म नहीं होता. इटर्नली इट्स एग्जिस्टिंग, सिंपली ट्रांसमाइग्रेटिंग. तो न जायते म्रियते, मृत्यु भी नहीं है उसका, नहीं वो मरता है. कदाचित नायम भूतवा भविता वा न भूयः न अयम भूतवा. It has not come into existence. It's not that previously उसने जन्म लिया था. नहीं, कभी नहीं जन्म लिया था. न भूयः, nor it will again take. Now bhavitava, nor in future. It's not that it's going to die. Ayam, this Atma is Ajaha Nityam Shaswata. Aja, unborn. Ajaha, unborn. Nitya, that means eternal. Shaswata, that means Shaswata means ever existing. Nityah Shaswatah. It's synonymous word in the Sanskrit. But that emphasis is given by repeating that word. Nityah also, Shaswatah also, Chita also. So they are eternal, Shaswat, that means ever existing. So and Purana, Pura na, Pura na. This is Pura means old, and na means new. It is Purana, but still new. पुराण का अर्थ क्या है? इट इज ओल्ड बट एवर फ्रेश. सोल बूढ़ा हो गया, अभी दाढ़ी है, अभी वीक हो गया सोल. ये सोल है ना, ये 1,00,000 साल का सोल है. ये नया फ्रेश है, नौजवान, अभी 100 साल का सोल है, आत्मा है. सोल का एज नहीं होता. जैसे न जायते मरियते, तो कोई ऐसे नहीं कि ये सीनियर सोल है, ये जूनियर सोल है. डिवोटी में बोलते हैं ना, हम 15 साल पहले भी आए क्यों रहे, ये सीनियर वैष्णवा है. क्यों? 15 साल पहले आ गए. अभी ये जूनियर है, अभी 15 दिन पहले आ गए. वैसे सीनियर जूनियर सोल नहीं रहता आत्मा. सो it is Purana. It is very old. Each soul is old. Since time immemorial, we are separated from the Lord. We are separated part and parcel of the Lord. What? Since time immemorial, we are separated part and parcel of the Lord. Individual part and parcel Lord. Separated from the Lord since time immemorial. That means eternally. Nityam. There was not a time when we got separated. That means we got sizzled out from the Brahman. The whole Brahman got broken into pieces. That violates the principle of the Shastra. Nainam chindanti shasranim. The soul cannot be cut. How Brahman, super soul, can be cut into the pieces? No, you got cut into the small pieces, and the small chiseled out pieces became Atma. Not like that. It's a eternal, separated part and parcel. See, each and every word is very important. eternal, separated part and parcel of Supreme Lord. Huh? So amongst that eternal, separated part and parcel, some of the living entities are Nitya Baddha and some of the living entities are Nitya Mukta. The eternally separated part and parcel means not Nitya Baddha. Even the Nitya Siddha, they are the eternally separated part and parcel of Supreme Lord, serving in spiritual world in their constitutional position, not under Maya or three modes of material nature. They're free in their Swarupa. In their Swarupa. They are in Swarupa Siddhi, eternally separated part and parcel. Separated does not mean material world. Here separated means individual. It should not be taken. We are eternally, we were in the material world and soul never falls down. This another theory comes. Misinterpreting this word of Prabhupada only. Some of the devotees in our society only. They say separated means what? We are eternally, we are Baddha. We are in the material world. It's another interpretation I'm telling. And then one time will come, will purify and they'll become eternally Siddha. And when one becomes eternally liberated, he never falls down. This is the another philosophy being taught. This is wrong. Prabhupada, so many times he told, we are fallen jivas from the spiritual world. But there is a book written, not a leaf falls from the spiritual world. The GBC answered, gave the answer, appropriate answer to that argument. Okay. And in spite of that, many of our devotees had confusion about this statement, separated. Again, I know, that's why I give answer for all. That is a controversial statement, not a leaf fall from. It's a yes. So-called Prabhupada followers has written that book to contradict the Prabhupada's statement and philosophy. So we simply should read from Prabhupada book and come to right conclusion. Don't speculate on that. So where are we? Where I'm telling, Ajo Nitya Shaswato Ayam Purano Na Hanyate Hanyamane Sharire Na Hanyate Hanyamane Sharire Sharire Hanyamane. When the body is killed, Na Hanyate, this soul is not killed. Na Hanyate, this soul is not killed. Hanyamane Sharire. The body may get destroyed, the body may be killed, but the soul is not killed. Okay? Ajo Nityam Shaswatoyam Purano. This word meaning. The eternal nature of the jiva
is here clearly proven. The first line negates the possibility of birth and death for the jiva at the present time. The second line negates birth and death in the past and the future. Therefore, it is unborn, aja, in past, present, and future. Because of no birth, it has no previous non-existence, raga bhava. It exists at all times, shashvataha.
See how each and everything is connected. Ajaha, it is unborn. That means aja means nahi janam liya, yani wo always existing. Always existing means nitya, always, and then shaswataha,
it exists at all times.
All time.
Shashwatah, meaning that at no time in past, present, or future will it be destroyed. Vamsa. Therefore, it is eternal.
Nitya. That's why it is Nitya, will not be destroyed. But because the soul exists for a long time, it may grow old.
No, though it is old, Pura, it is as if new,
No.
for never, because of absence of the 6 states of transformation.
Those 6 stages of the transformation are for Sharira, body, not for soul.
Birth, maintenance, growth, maturity, decay, and death. With the death of the body, will it not die along with the body? It does not die when the body dies, because it is not joined permanently with the body. The soul is not subservient to it.
Soul is separate from the body. Okay. Na hanyate, that's why hanyamane sharire. Yeah. I just remember if in case of brain tumor, when it grows, it is almost an integral part of the brain. And if you want to, almost it becomes an integral part, as if it is one of the part of the brain. And when we want to remove that part of the brain, when you do some damage to that tumor, other parts also get damaged, and that's why the person gets paralysis, half paralysis, full paralysis, whatever may be, or even death also may occur while doing operation as a result, because it became part of almost that brain. I just somehow it came. It is not part. The soul is not like that part of the body, that if you kill the body, the soul also will get some injury. And with that injured body, soul will transform from one body to another body. But this soul was injured when he was in previous body. That's why he's handicapped now. No. So soul is not in that way connected, joined permanently with the body. Soul is not even subservient to it. Soul is superior. Fine. Prabhupada.
In the Katha Upanishad 1-18, we also find a similar passage.
Same, again the same verse, similar kind. Najayate mriyata vipaschin nayam kutaschin na babhubha kaschit. Ajo nityam shaswatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. Same meaning. Next. Soul.
The soul is full of knowledge, or full always with consciousness. Therefore, consciousness is the symptom of the soul.
Very important. Everybody should know this statement by heart. Consciousness is symptom of soul. Consciousness means chetana. How you define consciousness? Chetana vastu. Chetana is a symptom of soul.
Even if one does not find the soul within the heart where he is situated, one can still understand the presence of the soul simply by the presence of consciousness. Sometimes we do not find the sun in the sky owing to clouds or for some other reason, but the light of the sun is always there, and we are convinced that it is therefore daytime.
Simple, very good analogy. Simple analogy, logic. Although the sun is hidden behind this cloud, still we know it's daytime, because sun is there but is hidden. The light is the symptom of sun. Consciousness is a symptom of soul. Okay. This consciousness
of the soul is, however, different from the consciousness of the Supreme, because the Supreme Consciousness is all knowledge, past, present, and future. the consciousness of the individual soul is prone to be forgetful. When he is forgetful of his real nature, he obtains education and enlightenment from the superior lessons of Krishna. But Krishna is not like the forgetful soul. If so, Krishna's teachings of Bhagavad Gita would be useless.
So this is the difference between the soul and super soul difference. The soul is forgetful. Super soul, he gives that forgetfulness to the soul. He is a giver of forgetfulness to the super soul. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta smriti jnanam apohanam. That is for apohanam is, and jnanam, everything is given by this super soul to soul, avoided. So whatever is, so that's why Arjuna, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Natve vaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamataparam. That I remember everything. We were existing. We are existing now. That you know, I know. You know only present. But I know the prak janma also. And bhavishya also, I know. So that's what the difference between the soul and super soul. I mean, if Krishna is forgetful, then why should we refer his Bhagavad Gita as eternal principle of religion? So he is adhokshaja. He is apaurusheya. The defects of the human beings are not there in Krishna. That's why his Bhagavad Gita is meaningful. Otherwise, it is useless. Yeah. Any question? 21, verse number. Vedaminashinam nityam yenamajam avyayam katham sah purusha partha kam ghatayati hantikam. Translation. Okay, doubt.
I don't know how much I understand, but I have a question regarding grammar of 20th words. If you can refer, there are two words. There are two words, bhavita and bhuyaha. And the same words are in the verse natvevaham jatunasam. Means,
एक minute, let me open. Natvevaham jatunasam natune nachaiva na bhavishyamaha. Nachaiva na bhavishyamaha. That bhavishyamaha we will exist. Bhavishyama, to be, to exist or to become also. We will exist. Sattayam, satta rahegi, existence. In that sense. Now here, word comes, bhutva means to be or exist or become. Bhutva, after becoming. And bhavita, it will become. Sattayam, bhavishyakal. To be or exist or become. Same meaning comes bhavita. Bhutva, to become in the past. Bhavita, to become in the future. Bhavita. So here bhavita word comes, and there bhavishya comes. Both are same. So, so some, it is mentioned here, some interpret bhavita, that means bhavitir, one who exists. So it does not exist or come into existence. So bhavita and bhavita. Bhuyah is sometimes explained as growing. Bhuyah. So, so bhutva bhavita. Bhutva bhavita. Mhm. Okay. Fine.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
So according to this shloka, the number of souls are constant in the universe are like whatever in material world, spiritual, but because it has no death and no birth, there should be constant number of souls according to this one. So there is no increase or decrease the number of souls.
In
That-
particular universe, you mean to say?
In particular universe or in whole, if you take creation also, is it
Huh.
so that it is number of souls are always constant? Then?
Yeah.
There is no always increase or death because there is no
There
birth
should
and
not be increase in population. Also.
population. So
Yeah,
then
sure.
now we see like the population is increasing. So how to understand this thing?
Human
how
population is
human
increasing.
population is increasing.
Huh.
So
So does it mean that number of souls
souls
are increasing? Jayate. Huh. So yeah, human population is increasing, isn't it? And that's what we see. We have observed. That means many souls are transforming from other body to human body. That is one proposition. Another proposition, many souls are falling from the top and taking the human form. That is another proposition. Either that fallen souls and taking birth in the Martya Loga, that number is more, or the transmigration of the soul from the other species coming to the human body, that proportion is more. But the total number of the soul in the whole creation, spiritual and material, that never changes. Probably the number of the soul in the material world, that proportion also, the Krishna says that proportion is almost same. He said the ekapad vibhuti and tripad vibhuti. That is for the size of the planet or the size of the jiva. What is that? Ekpad and tripad. Ekpad, 1/3 and dvipad. Dvipad vibhuti, na? Tripad vibhuti we call. Tripad means 3/4. And ekpad means 1/4. 1/4 soul are here, but 3/4 soul is in spiritual world. I had heard 1/3, 2/3. And ekpad, tripad, okay, whatever. Basically, the proportion, tentative proportion, almost is in this proportion. The way the Shastra says, new souls are not generated. As we are thinking that human population is increasing, probably tigers population is reducing, no? Jungle, many animals population is reducing. And who cares about mosquito population reduction? Do we have any calculation of that? Many viruses are there, many other living entities are there. Their population is reducing. So something is increasing, something is reducing also. But new souls are not generated from any. So some of the souls are also falling from the spiritual world. Some of the souls are getting liberated. But the proportion of the liberation in the Kali Yuga, unfortunately, is less than the souls falling.
Yes.
Naturally, because it's Kali Yuga, opportunities for the liberation also reduces, but exceptional. This first 10,000 years. This 10,000 of the golden year, there is an opportunity to go directly to spiritual world.
Even from upper planets, they're coming to Kali Yuga. Like in Kali Yuga is a special golden age. That's what like heard.
That is also.
That should be.
Some of them they are falling down also. That's also cause of increase of population. Some of the natural evolution process they are accepting one body. So that also contributes population explosion. Okay. So we'll move ahead. So Vedashinam Nityam. Can you read the translation that verse? Ya enam ajamavayam.
O Partha, how can a person who knows that the soul is indestructible, eternal, unborn, and immutable kill anyone or cause anyone to kill?
Yeah. So Veda vinashinam nityam ya enam ajam avyayam. कथम स पुरुष पार्थ कम घातयति हन्ति कम पार्थ हे पार्थ संबोधनम हे अर्जुन वेदा विनाशिनम नित्यम वेद मीन्स टू नो वेद व्हाट यह एनम दिस सोल which is ajam avyayam विनाशिनम नित्यम is ajam means unborn, again same. Avyayam means there is no any change in the soul. Avyaya, no ghatoti, no destruction. Vinashina, avinashinam, indestructible. Nityam, permanent. Yaha Veda. He knows this nature of the soul. Yaha, one who knows this, that soul is ajam avyayam avinashinam and nityam, saha, that purusha. Yaha, then saha, one who knows this, that purusha, saha, that purusha, kam hanti. Katham sa purusha hanti. To whom does that person kill? Kam ghatayati. Whom he caused to kill. Whom does that person kills and whom he caused to kill. That means this is for Krishna. Krishna is causing Arjuna to kill, no? He is pushing Arjuna to kill. And whom does that person kill? That Arjuna. The first is Sapurusha kam hanti. Hanti is here Arjuna, no? Actually, hanti and ghatayati both is Krishna in one sense. But hanti's word is for Arjuna. Kam hanti. And kam ghatayati, one who causes to kill. कोई भी किसका कॉज नहीं रहता कि इसके द्वारा तुमने मरवाया. कौन मरवाने वाला और मारने वाला. बोथ. सह कथम, how he kills or how he caused to kill, because soul is, he knows that soul is eternal. Okay. O Partha. So he, how can a person who knows that soul is this nature kills anyone or cause anyone to kill? Okay, understood. We cannot cause anybody to kill, cannot make instrument anybody to kill, nor somebody can kill. Same principle, basically. It's a repetition almost. Na hannete, hannemane, sharire, hantaram and hatam. That same hantaram and hatam. But here, ghatayati, he causes to kill, and hanti means he kills. The two words are there. Okay. More. Baladev.
This verse explains that one who, having such knowledge, has no fault, though he engages in war with conviction in This verse explains that one who, having such knowledge, has no fault, though he engages in war with conviction in dharma or causes others to engage in such a war.
That is for Krishna, basically. Second one.
He who understands through logic and scripture that the soul is indestructible, avinashinam, unborn, ajam, and without decay, avyayam, kills whom and how does he kill when engaging in battle? Though he causes other to engage in battle, whom does he cause them to kill, and how does he cause them to kill? The use of the interrogative means that he kills no one and cannot do it at all, nor does he cause others to kill anyone and cannot cause it at all.
Yeah. Use of interrogative means. Interrogative means that he kills no one, cannot do it at all, nor does he causes others to kill anyone and cannot cause it at all. Okay. Srila Prabhupada.
Everything has its proper utility, and a man who is situated in complete knowledge knows how and where to apply a thing for its proper utility.
Huh.
Similarly, violence also has its utility, and how to apply violence rests with the person in knowledge. In Manu Samhita, the law book for mankind, it is supported that a murderer should be condemned to death, so that in his next life he will not have to suffer for the great sin he has committed. Therefore, the king's punishment of hanging a murderer is actually beneficial.
Yes. See, continue. Similarly,
when Krishna orders fighting, it must be concluded that violence is for supreme justice, and thus Arjuna should follow the instruction, knowing well that such violence committed in the act of fighting for Krishna is not violence at all, because at any rate the man, or rather the soul, cannot be killed. So for the administration of justice, so-called violence is
permitted. Surgical operation is not meant to kill the patient, but doctors, they don't kill the patient. It's needed. They don't. They're tearing apart the body, not to kill, to save. Surgical operation, is not meant to kill the patient, but to cure him.
Therefore, the fighting to be executed by Arjuna at the instruction of Krishna is with full knowledge, so there is no possibility of sinful reaction.
Bas. So this is the conclusion. That's why Arjuna should convince that, okay, one argument is defeated. Arjuna's. He was thinking sinful reaction. No. So here, in the purport, when is the violence justified? That is mentioned, that when murderer should be condemned to death. Otherwise, he will suffer for next life. So better if he is hanged. Otherwise, he will be hanged 100 times in the future if he don't get punishment now. So being merciful on him, the king would hang him. Otherwise, he has to serve many, many lifetimes in future for the impious activity, what he has done now. In order to stop that suffering cycle, mercy killing is done, literally. Merciful cleaning to save him for the future disaster. So that kind of laws are given in the Shastra so that he will not suffer in the future. And another reason for giving such punishment, so that the present population will have a fear of committing sin or killing unnecessarily anybody. To bring the law and order, justice should be proper. And if that is not proper, then there will be anarchy. So people will take it very cheaply, laws, because law, anyhow, we are not going to get punished. So you can kill. At the most, you will get lifetime imprisonment, no problem. But at least I will get satisfaction of killing him. People are not afraid of killing. So that's why such kind of punishments are given. One is that reason, second, so that you will not suffer. So Krishna is here, judge, ultimate judge, is telling, oh, you kill Arjuna. So Arjuna, knowing this, therefore the fighting to be executed by Arjuna at the instruction of Krishna is full knowledge. So there is no possibility of sinful reaction. He's not doing it blindly. He knows it. Krishna is a doctor, and he's a surgeon. And the other nurses and all the other thing, they are helping hand to the main surgeon. So that's the way. So Krishna's order is the supreme justice for administration of the justice. So why did Krishna, who is all loving, incite Arjuna for war? So here answer is given. Surgical operation is to cure. Or that is the purpose. So wonderful purport, very nice purport. So many analogies are given, those especially 2 analogies. Anything? Move ahead. वासां चिजीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि.
As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones.
Vasamsi Jirnani yatha vihaya. Vasamsi means garments. Jirnani means which are old. Yatha vihaya navani grihinani, as vihaya means abandoning. Navani grihinani means he takes new one. And give up the old garment. Vasamsi jirnani, and accept the new garments. And naraha tat navani grihnani, nara uparani, naraha as a person, aparani means others, latter or lower, other. तथा शरीरानि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि सम्याति नवानि देति. तथा उसी प्रकार से देही, that means the dehi means here again what? Soul. Similarly, the dehi, the soul, तथा देही जीर्णानि शरीरानि विहाय. शरीरानि विहाय जीर्णानि, what? यहाँ पर शरीरानि, but विशेषणम of the शरीरानि is जीर्णानि शरीरानि. Vihaya, giving up. He gave up jirna sharir. Anyani samyati. Anyani samyati navani. Samyati is a kriyapat. That means he accept, or samyati translated here as something he attains. He attains. Samyati. He attains. Because he don't have ability to he gets asane. It's not like something he achieves, he gets. No, he attains as per his karma. That's the samyati word is there. He attains what? Navani. Navani samyati. Navani, not navani dehi. Navani is not for dehi. Navani is for the new ones. That means body. Body. After giving the old bodies, he accepts the new one. Anyani navani samyati. Yahan par navani, again the sharir is not used because already it is used sharirani. Double sharirani will not come. Sharirani, jirnani comes. Navani also, sharirani only it is applied. The word, okay. Repetition is not there. Navani is not for Dehi. Hare Krishna. Kyunki soul cannot be new. Hari Bol. So understood the verse, as the garments become the old, we accept new garments. Similarly, body becomes old, we accept new body. Soul accepts, or rather accepts, he attains the new body. Very good argument here.
The soul may be indestructible, but with the destruction through war of those bodies known as Bhishma and others, which gave them happiness, we will deprive them of their happiness.
Okay, Baba, you spoke so much about Avinashi, Ajanma, indestructible soul. I accept Krishna, but with the destruction through the war of those bodies, the Bhishma and others, they will lose the others which give them happiness. That body is giving them happiness, and they will be deprived from their happiness. We are making deprived them from that happiness of the body, and that's why it is a sin. Arjuna is telling, depriving others from their right of happiness prematurely. Now they are not naturally dying. No, I am depriving them from their enjoyment in that body. Oh, it is a sin. So if it were not so, if it is not so, okay, then scriptures prescription of atonement for such killing would be useless. Scripture says if you kill somebody, you have to atone this. Why then scripture has given atonement? That means it is a sin. Okay, this is what argument of Arjuna.
Worn clothing and putting on new clothing gives happiness. Giving up an old human body and accepting a new Devata body certainly gives great happiness to the soul. The war will enable both the giving up and accepting to happen more quickly. Therefore, because the war assists this, do not abandon fighting.
Because they are Kshatriya. Only the war is an occasion when they can quickly go to Swarga. To go to Swarga, a Brahmana has to do lifelong tapasya. Lifelong, he has to accumulate piety to go to Swarga. But here, going to Swarga is very easy. Send them to Swarga, Arjuna, by killing them. In Swarga, they will achieve new body, of heavenly body, and they will enjoy better than this material existence, material body. This is a arguments here. Let them get the new body, because when we wear new clothes, give torn up clothes, we don't become unhappy, no? When we wear new clothes, we are happy. New cloth I'm wearing. New dhoti kurta, whatever. So we are happy wearing the new clothes. Nobody laments, sir, I'm giving up my torn quilt or whatever. No, we don't lament for that. Accepting new dhoti, kurta, accepting new shirt, pant, whatever. It's a joyous moment. Just let us celebrate. Let us let them accept a new cloth.
Now, I think Devata body is happiness to the soul, you mentioned.
Yeah. Body is a burden in the soul context. Because something, when it becomes burden, if it is unnecessarily creates a trouble. If somebody creates trouble for you, then you say, is unnecessarily naughty man creating trouble, is a burden for me. So the body which constantly give trouble, then we feel like a burden. Understood, no? Same body also gives enjoyment. But the quantity what one gets, quantity of enjoyment from that body and quantity of pain what receives from that body, pain is more. So naturally, the body is a burden for the jiva because jiva is Sachidananda, blissful always. No birth, no old age, no disease and death. That happens for the body. Unnecessarily, soul being in contact with the body has to bear that. Suppose there are two room partners. One is always healthy and other is always coughing. Then who is troubling whom? Who is creating nuisance for whom? In one sense, who is creating trouble for whom? So soul, for soul, it is a unnecessary burden. This body is to carry out. In that sense, in that context, it is burden. But now this context is different. This is an old body and new fresh body. Something like that. Old car, new car. We will rejoice to have new car. Everybody will rejoice new car, even if the same model. May not be progress from the Maruti to Maruti, no problem. But new Maruti, no problem. Of course, if it is a Maruti to cycle, then to accept that new body, probably he will lament. But here Bhishma and Drona are not surely going to get a heavenly body. They are pious also, and that too they are going to live body in the battlefield. Surely they'll go and quickly send them to heaven. That's why it's a moment of happiness, joy. In that sense. Context also is important. Spiritual world. We need a body, and that body is spiritual body. Our Swarupa Deha. Our eternal Swarupa body, in which soul or particular jiva eternally serve the Lord in the spiritual world. That body is completely Sachidananda, transcendental. Vedi, Krishna's body is transcendental when he comes to material world. It's Sachidananda. Similarly, soul also Sachidananda. Anu and Vibhu. Ashraya and Vishaya. Soul is Ashraya, Krishna is Vishaya. Okay? Body. That's why the impersonalists or Mayavadis, their conception, their understanding, body means miserable, because they have idea of material body, and material body was always miserable. So as soon as we speak that we will go in spiritual one and serve Lord, form, rupa, that means they say rupa, form means miserable, because of the experience what we get in the material world. The form is miserable in the material world, but that is not material form, that is a spiritual form, spiritual body. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. That's what. Sachidananda Vigraha, but Sachidananda. Similarly, the soul also is having a spiritual form in the spiritual world. Hare Krishna. Next, Baldev.
The word samyati meaning directly attain, indicates that one will very quickly attain that body without even undergoing the pains of staying in the womb and other inconvenience.
See, again, this is repeated here. After they leave this body, immediately they will attain the heavenly body. They need not again undergo the pain of entering into the womb of another next mother. That means they will not continue their existence in the spiritual, in the material world. They will attain new body in the higher planet. They will directly attain samyati. Directly attain, not they have to go through misery of entering into the womb of a mother for 9 months. That's the Madhav. And that so quickly they will attain. Quickly means that means Kshatriya they will attain quickly the Swarga than Brahmana. Quickly they will attain.
What context means in purport only Prabhupada explains that one has to enter into sun planet and go further for a sannyasi. Whether it is the context of going to higher planets or
higher planet. This is a proposition given for the Kshatriyas, those who will be killed. They will achieve the heavenly planet quickly. So, because this is dharmic yuddha, this is not ordinary yuddha, as I was explaining. In such a dharmic yuddha, giving a body, one will immediately get this Swarga body faster than, as I was mentioning, on a Brahmana who is performing the tapasya, austerity, accumulating piety. It will take one lifetime full to accumulate that piety, and then he will go to heaven. But for the Kshatriya, in the dharmic way, when they give up their life while fighting on the battlefield, they will attain the Swarga. So, if they die, they will go to Swarga. Will that happen to current army, those who give up their life while fighting the opposite party or army or not? It is questionable. It is questionable. That means maybe or may not be. Maybe or may not be. It depends upon individual case. Because most of them, they don't go to the army because they want to. Simply for the sake of इधर जॉब नहीं मिला, उधर जॉब नहीं मिला, पुलिस भर्ती है, आर्मी भर्ती है, और उसमें भी कम रिटायरमेंट जल्दी दिया, तो देयर आल्सो धरना. If less salary, they will go on strike. So motivations matters. If it is nishkama, then only attainment of this higher planetary. If it is sakama, with a ulterior motive, then no higher destination. That means basically that also matters, which I was mentioning. But of course, it's a sacrifice, no? Giving up the body, ultimately, who will give up the body? They have something, zeal for the nation and land. And if they don't fight, on the other hand, I'm telling, other argument also, if they don't fight for the nation, then there will be anarchy. How will the 5 limbs of the society will be protected? The opposite army will come inside the country and they will do all nonsense. So country is means all need to be protected. So that is also right. That need to be done. But are they Kshatriya? Because all those who fight, they need not be Kshatriya. Many of them, they are Shudra. Because salary. Brahmana and Kshatriya, nature is what? They don't work for salary. It's nature, basically. But here, it is different. See, Kshatriyas is only the very tough duty. You have to kill. Brahmana, there is no question of killing unless there is some animal sacrifices, which is very rare. That is confusing, basically, whether to do or not do. If it is animal sacrifice, then there also we put question: does it really religious, pious? But in case of Kshatriya, he has to kill. He has to kill. So duty performing of killing is very confusing, and that's why Arjuna is put in confusion. Such. Otherwise, why such long discussion going on? So it's very confusing. Kshatriya's duty, especially, very confusing. Okay, but Shastra clearly tells that one who give the body for the sake of the dharma or while fighting on the battlefield, he will surely achieve higher destination. Okay.
The prescriptions for atonement are applicable to killing persons other than during conditions of war or sacrifice.
Yeah. That means you may be the army man, but now you are in civilian dress, and you are in the country. You cannot take just gun and shoot any person with an expectation that you will get Paramveer Chakra for that. He will get hanged, because in civil world, civil environment, you have to follow civil code of conduct. On the battlefield of army, when you kill, that means there's an army code of conduct. You will not be hanged for that. You will be awarded for that. But the same thing if you do, being a countryman, because just because you are an army man, you will be punished. So the prescription of the atonement are only applicable to killing persons other than during the condition of war or sacrifice. Okay. Sacrifice, what is mentioned? Why word sacrifice is mentioned? In what context? Yajna, animal sacrifices are prescribed. So then it is recommended by Shastra. So there is no atonement. But the great soul, in spite of they do their duty of killing, sometimes they willingly accept atonement also. That also happens. Because while killing the Atataini, sometimes they may have to come across killing probably those who are innocents. Knowingly, unknowingly, they may come across somebody. Maybe he may be innocent, but they killed him also. So that's why they prefer, okay, knowingly, unknowingly, I might have committed some sin. So let me atone for that. Atonement, they do some sacrifice. Yudhishthira Maharaj failed, and he did sacrifice after that to get free from that reaction. Before enthroning him on the post of king. Okay. So fine. We'll complete this purport.
Change of body by the atomic individual soul is an accepted fact. Even the modern scientists who do not believe in the existence of the soul, but at the same time cannot explain the source of energy from the heart, have to accept continuous changes of body which appear from childhood to boyhood, and from boyhood to youth, and again from youth to old age. Transference of the atomic individual soul to another body is made possible by the grace of the super soul. The Vedas compare the soul and the super soul to two friendly birds sitting on the same tree. One of the birds, the individual atomic soul, is eating the fruit of the tree, and the other bird, Krishna, is simply watching his friend.
Continue.
Although they are friends, one is still the master and the other is the servant. Forgetfulness of this relationship by the atomic soul is the cause of one's changing his position from one tree to another, or from one body to another. The Jiva soul is struggling very hard on the tree of the material body. But as soon as he agrees to accept the other bird as the supreme spiritual master, as Arjuna agreed to do by voluntary surrender unto Krishna for instruction, the subordinate bird immediately becomes free from all lamentations.
Okay. Fine. So the two birds on a tree analogy Prabhupada has given here. One bird is busy in eating the fruit, and other bird is witnessing bird. Okay. Any question? Any comment? Ending?
प्रभु जी जैसे कि आप बोल रहे थे कि सैक्रिफाइस तो एनिमल सैक्रिफाइस ऐसा होता है ना जनरली व्हेन वी थिंक तो हमें लगता है वो बुरा है वो करना नहीं चाहिए बट द व्हेन द शास्त्रा इज रिकमेंडिंग इट व्हाई कांट वी क्वेश्चन द शास्त्रास प्रभु तो दैट इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम शास्त्र बोल रहा है तो एक्सेप्ट कर लो ऐसा नहीं रहता ना जनरली व्हेन यू थिंक
मा हिंसा सर्वभूतानाम do not kill any living entity. For the sake of your sacrifice, why you are killing the animal? Okay. So in Kali Yuga, all these things are restricted, not allowed as such. Just like 4 things are avoided in the Kali Yuga: accepting sannyas, palapatrika, and devarene sutotpatti, sannyas, accepting sannyas, etc. So these things are prohibited. But why such kind of animal sacrifices were recommended? Purpose of such animal sacrifice, which is in the scripture, that was recommended to test the purity of the chanting of the mantra of the Brahmana, to test their purity. And second, compassion. On that particular animal which was sacrificed, he would get newer body or the higher body or the human body, elevation for that animal. So both the purpose are fulfilled. And the chanting of the mantra had that power and purity in the bygone ages before Kali. And that kind of purity is not there in the Brahmanas of the Kali Yuga. That's why animal sacrifice is not recommended in Kali Yuga. And somebody is doing it, that is whimsical proposition. He whimsically doing it. That is not recommended. It's wrong. If it is somebody is doing in the present age, animal sacrifice, that is sinful. They do sacrifice not for this purpose, higher purpose what mentioned above. Their purpose of animal sacrifice is simply eating them. And that too, those who are the worshippers in the mode of ignorance, even though such kind of animal sacrifices are mentioned with regulations, so that they eventually elevate themselves and stop it per se. That's why while doing those sacrifice, mamsaha, that means I am killing you. In future, you kill me. Knowing the meaning of the mantra and purpose, eventually they will get rid of that. And while performing those sacrifice also, 1/7 should be distributed. 1/7 only he can accept. That kind of so many rules are mentioned in different shastras, ultimately to discourage the killing or animal sacrifices. But tongue is uncontrolled. So such prescription are given under restrictions, but people even don't follow those basic minimum restriction. Unrestrictedly, they want to do sinful activities. So that is not mentioned, animal sacrifice, especially in the Kali Yuga. They are not qualified to elevate that animal which is being sacrificed. Horse sacrificed, Gomedha Yagya, cow is sacrificed. So the cow would get the human body, instantly elevate. The horse would get the new body. So that was the power of their mantra chanting, which is not there in the Kali Yuga. So in the Kali Yuga, animal sacrifice is not recommended, rather not allowed. Okay. This is understood. Okay. Na? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Gaur Bhakta